back with you today. I recently shared a video of the newest bits and pieces kit that Renee had created. I'll give you a quick flick through here, but if you want to see the full kit you can pop over to the shop or you can go back and have a look at our previous video. And as I mentioned in that video, the inspiration came from the new Tim Holtz collage strips. So these are some of the things that I had made from the kit after being inspired by his collage strips. So I'm going to show you how I've made these today. So when I first printed out the kit, I have gone ahead and divided my items up into their colourways. Now I didn't have them like this at first, and I was sort of fishing around trying to find the right colours. So I strongly recommend separating the items into similar colours if you're going to use them all in that same colourway. In the kit there are 2 pages of collage strip templates, one for the smaller pieces and one for the larger pieces. You don't need to use those, or you could just use them as a guide to cut out some other pieces. So I've gone ahead and cut out the big ones, and I've also cut some the same size from some paper that I've dyed. So what I have here in front of me is just the insert from my scoreboard, and I like this because it's sort of got a rigid lip here that stops the paper. So I'm just going to take one of my collage strips that I've cut earlier and I'm going to put it sideways, and I've decided for this strip I'm going to work with my blues and greens. So I've brought in the blues and greens in the strips and the ruler pieces, the larger squares, and I've got here the different number labels, and these are the larger elements from the kit that I've already cut. So I'm going to pick my larger element first, and I think I'll use this bird here as my focal point. So on the ones that I've made earlier, I've actually stitched my joins, or my paper joins, on my collage strip, and I quite like the way that looks, so I think I'm going to stick with that for this one. So therefore I know I don't need to have this whole strip covered in glue. So what I've been doing is getting just some double-sided tape, and I just run a little bit of double-sided tape down my strip, and I'll start sort of in the middle. So I've got plenty of room above and below so I can build my strip. So I'm just going to pop my bird down there, and I can use the edge of the scoreboard to sort of butt the papers up to the edge. So I think I want a darker colour first. Something else. Might go with this green one here. And I don't think I want the whole width of this, the whole length of this piece, so I'm going to just cut it down a little bit. So I've just got my little Tim Holtz trimmer here, and I'm just going to cut it roughly in half, something like that. And then I'm going to use 1/2 on the top of my birds, and then I'll use the other half down the bottom, but I might leave a gap and pop something else here. So I might pick a label. I don't want that one. I've used so many already, I need to cut some more. I might have this lighter one here first. And I just butt it up to the edge and also to the previous piece that I've stuck down. So next I think I want some of this border. Go for something a bit more blue. So happy with that. I'll just snip that bit off so I can use that somewhere else. I'll just straighten it up. Now do I want another piece up the top there? I think I will. Actually, I'll put a ruler piece in first. pop a piece of this ruler in. Then I'll pop this piece down the bottom here, I think. And then to finish it off, I'll just add another piece of this one. And then snip off that little extra bit for later. So that's the first one that I've made, and I basically stack them all off to the side and then trim them all together at the end. But for the interest of the video, we'll just trim it now. So I've just got my Tim Holtz paper trimmer here. I'm just going to slide it in. Now I know this edge is pretty straight because this was the edge that was butted up against my scoreboard edge. So I can use this edge to help me get a straight edge along the bottom here as well. I'll just trim off that other side. So then I can use my straight edge on the top and bottom just to neaten up the edges. So there we go, that's my little collage strip. Now these edges are still not glued down because I said I was going to stitch around, so I'm not worried about that. But if you weren't going to stitch, then you'd probably want to make sure that you use glue and cover the whole back so that when you stick it down it's, you know, fully secured. So extremely quick and easy, and you can literally make, you know, loads of these in a very short amount of time. So once I've trimmed it all down, I'm ready to take it to my sewing machine. I usually sew across first, and I've used a zigzag, and I just go across each one. I don't even bother back stitching because at the end, after I finish going across, I go all the way around just with a straight stitch, and sometimes I put a couple of other little decorative zigzags here and there. Like on this one here, I've just gone over here with a little bit more zigzag stitching. And then that's all secured down. You can ink around the edges if you like. I've popped a little bit of black ink on this one. You can of course make these any size you like. So I've got a shorter one here and a longer one here. And you could use any kit or imagery to create these collage strips. So if you're making a sewing themed journal, you might want to put a sewing machine or something like that there. The beauty about this kit is not only is there a massive range of colours, so you can sort of cater it towards any journal, but all of the pieces are already the correct size, so you're not having to, you know, try and find a piece that fits. I absolutely love making these collage strips. They're so much fun and they're so quick and easy to make. It kind of feels a bit like you're cheating. I will leave a link in the description box below to the kit. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll see you again next time. Bye.